Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction bingo for One Piece chapters 1148 and 1149. It's been a while since we had a break and I'm doing a double reaction, so it's been a bit, but I am excited because I've heard good things about these. One Piece has been good all arc. I've been in more of a One Piece mood generally the past two arcs because of them being better. So yeah, of course I'm excited. It's weird saying being in a One Piece mood because of the last two arcs as if that hasn't been like years of time. But yeah, I'm very excited. It's not too ahead of time that I'm recording this, so sorry it's not going to be too much early for patrons and members, but if you want to get these videos up whenever I record them, just immediately, you can hit join down below to become a member, or go to patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. And patrons and members get these a little bit early. I put them up there as soon as I record them, and then I post them once the official translation comes out for everybody. So if you want things a little bit earlier, you can support there. But yeah, other than that, also if you want to make your own bingo card and play bingo along with me or just on your own, a link to the generator will be down in the description as always. And I think I usually put it in the comments too, I think. But either way, let's see what I got on my card and then just read. I don't want to spend too long on just the intro. So I have ended up with, oh, okay, weird. Any Straw Hat member, God's Knights, Zoan Transformation, Joy Boy mentioned, and Thousand Sunny. The first three had my hopes up, then the last two I don't know if they're going to be quite as likely. Nika mentioned, Seraphim, new named character, Kid Pirates, Marine, that's a rough row there. Vivi Wappler Morgans, Giant Child, Free Space, which we can click, Blood, Sweater, Tears, Yonko, Food, Heart Pirates, Bounty Reveal, Silhouetted Character, and Muma or Dream Demon. Again, they're just, the second I think, okay, maybe this row will be okay, we get hit with like a Heart Pirates, and I'm like, maybe not. Maybe not. Cross Guild, Wano Piece, Smoker, Devil Fruit Awakening, and Flashback. I feel like I just got a really rough card this time around. Like, even with this, it's like, okay, Blood, Sweat, or Tears is super easy, but then it's sandwiched between Heart Pirates and Seraphim. So I do feel like I got a really rough setup this week. This might, oh no, Kid Pirates are there. I was going to say this one might be my best row, but I feel like every row, column, even diagonally, has at least one that's like, oh, okay, well, I'd be really surprised by it. But either way, let's start actually reading. And of course, I just have the bingo up on screen, so you have, you know, a little bit something as you're reading along to look at other than just me, because since it's One Piece, I can't actually show it. But we're starting with chapter 1148, Ronja, and I have no idea what this one means. But we have more of Wano Piece here. We get to see Speed again, which is nice. Page 1 and Ulti leaving with Yamato. Onichild Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 33. Otama entrusts the delivery of the Amigasa hat for Kawamatsu, now off to Hakamai. Okay, and we have, yeah, she's just honestly kind of hard to see up there, but Otama on the back of Speed. So I guess this is the last we'll be seeing of them and Raizo for a little bit. Alright. And then we have, whoa, my legs. Why this way? Ronja! And Ronja is walking off separately? What's happening to the kids on Branch 8? So we actually have one of the kids. I didn't even we got all the kids' names. I didn't even recognize one of them. One of the kids actually has the chapter title. Then again, we've had some weird chapter titles like the I Prefer Older Women one. Where are you going? You're gonna fall. Ronja? I don't know, this is weird. But it's okay. Don't worry, Ilva. It'll be alright. Or it's alright. It'll be okay. It's no big deal. It's nothing. Things are getting progressively more sketchy as she's saying this. Ronja. Summers? The first one is in position to drop. Ronja, come back, that's dangerous. The realm of the dead's down there. Okay, set it up so they'll be able to hear that brat all over Elbaf. Now then, it's your call. You've got 30 seconds before we start tossing these whelps over the edge. Mountain Beard Yarul, send word to those teachers. Order them to set their school building or set fire to their school building and library. This is not exactly the strategy I was expecting them to go with. I thought they were supposed to be kidnapping the kids to take back to Meriwa. Damn it all. Elder Yarul. No, that library contains works that are thousands of years old. What are you saying? We have to prioritize the lives of hostages, right? These demands aren't the real problem. Think about the big picture. They're trying to pressure Elbaf to bend the knee. Are you saying we should let the kids die instead? Isn't there anyone close enough to stop this? Please put an end to this twisted game. Chopper, stay put. What? We shouldn't attempt to face those two without understanding their abilities. But then why are you? I just can't keep my emotions in check any longer. You're going to kill the kids. What the hell's wrong with you? We have Nami reacting. Not even the world's worst criminals stoop this low, using children as hostages. Yee-ha-ha. The notions of an insect mean nothing to me. This prick. Frankie, I'm coming with you. And we're cutting away. Real quick before we cut away, let me fill in whatever I got on the bingo board so far. I think we've actually got a good few. We got Straw Hat members, we got God's Knights, we have Zoan transformation because of Chopper already. Then no new named character. We already knew Ronja. None of those. We have the giant children. We got Blood, Sweat, Tears. There was Sweat on Robin at the very least, I remember. No Yonko yet. I don't think we've seen Luffy at all yet. Food, they might have been eating in the cover story. I'll have to go back and look when we finish the chapter or something. Then, don't think we have a silhouetted character yet. I don't think. The Mumas. Did we have any of those? I don't know if we had any of those yet. I'll have to glance again. We did have Wano Piece, though. And don't think we've seen Devil Fruit Awakening yet. Or Flashback. So I guess that's what we're stuck with. Not as much as even I was considering. Yeah, I don't see any of the Dream Demons, just glancing up at the page that we were just on. Frankie, I'm coming with you. Right, let's go. We're going to. We'll split up. One group will help fight the monsters, and the other will go rescue the kids. And we have Dory and Brogy. Is it just me, or does the art this week look kind of like more unfinished? Like, sometimes you see it in Jump, where the art will look a little bit more unfinished than usual, and then it'll be like fully touched up and look better in the volume release. I don't know, the art this week looks kind of like sketchier than usual, like less polished than usual, and it makes me wonder if that's just something where they were having a rough week and this was right before going on to a break week, so maybe this was rushed to get out before the holiday break, because this would have been the one that either came out right before or right after Golden Week. So it might be, with the holidays and everything, maybe that's part of the reason why. But I've definitely seen it happen with a lot of Jump manga before, where the weekly release will be a little less finished looking than usual. Sometimes a lot less finished looking than usual. There were some Hero Academia weeks that were a bit rough. But this is nothing like that. It just looks looks less clean than usual. Arm yourselves. To branch 8, set sail. And then they're chanting to branch 8. One more thing. When you burn the school and library down, you're forbidden to rescue even one book from the flames. Why, you ask? We intend for certain things to burn. Your culture and your history. Cien Fleur, and we have Robin attacking. Drumsticks. And she hits Summers. Robinson, you're alright. Careful, we still haven't worked out what those guys are capable of. I know. And Robin might actually be kind of okay if she can just sort of use her extra limbs to take the damage from his thorns away from her main body. And then, Quattro Mano, your Nico clutch. And this is good. This is exactly how you should fight in a shonen manga. Just jump them. Don't give them time for anything. Don't set up for anything. Just absolutely jump the bad guy. Like Robin is fighting in a really logical way. Robin, you did it. He's been snapped in half. They're immortal. We can't beat them. Elbaf, can you hear me? 20 seconds remain until the first kid falls. Damn it, he's a zombie too? Gah. And she jumps into him. What are you doing? Don't tell me you've got a crush on me. And I guess her plan is to take him off of the branch. Which kind of makes sense, because moving him away from her allies gives them time to make their own moves, which is really, really smart. So even if she can't just beat him straight up, then I was just distracted by the way his side looks here, as if he was actually torn open at the side. But even if she is able to not able to defeat him in a fight or whatever, pulling him away from the others is huge. Plus, if they're falling down, they could fall down to where Luffy's group is, and then he is way outnumbered. What? You jumped off the edge. Do you have a death wish? Love me all you want. I'm not joining a suicide pact. Robin, what are you doing? No way, she's taking him down with her. I know full well you're supposedly immortal, and you've eaten the thorn fruit to boot. But we can only save those children if your invisible thorns are gone. So, you figure that dragging me down there will take the kids out of my range? You're one shrewd lady. And see, I don't necessarily think that is the answer or the way things would work, because we've seen devil fruits that work basically no matter where the devil fruit user is, like lasting effects that just last. So I feel like range isn't necessarily a thing usually with devil fruit abilities. And we see that it was a clone. What? She's gone. And again, using a clone for this. Again, Robin just being extra smart. Don't get into a normal fight. Just jump the guy and then push him off, separate him from your allies. But now she didn't even have to cost herself anything. Just push him off with the clone. And now he's separated from them and she's still there with the rest of her allies. And again, if he falls down to where Luffy's group is, he's pretty screwed. That woman, just how many moves ahead does she think? Robin, that was so cool. The knife doesn't seem to be able to cut it. I guess we'll have to take that woman down, or take down that woman to free ourselves. Okay, so they're not even normal ropes, they're Gunko's arrows. And it's crazy how many arrows she can have operating at once, doing different things like directing the children or serving as physical ropes. 10 seconds are left. It's that guy's voice. Answer me, Yarul, and he's hanging from a vine. Hey, Gunko, let them hear the kid's voice. Speak up. Elder Yarul, Ronja, I love school. I've got friends there. Hurry, Ronja's my daughter. I love the library too. We're coming to save you. We learn lots and lots of stuff about the world from the books there, and the teachers made sure we learned important stuff, like not to cause trouble for others, and not to do things that others hate. If saving me means that the school and library go away, I think everyone will hate that. It'd be better if I just fell. And everyone's tearing up, and I don't blame them. This is such a good scene. I love this chapter so far. Don't worry, Elder Yarul. I've always been lucky. I'm sure I'll be okay. Ronja's like a goat. This is so good. This chapter has been amazing. The Robin stuff was great. I'm actually tearing up. Ronja's a goat. This is so good. The countdown hits 1. And then Yarul shouts, Anje, burn the school, please burn down the school. Elder Yarul, everyone yells. The library too. Please set it all on fire. Yes, sir. And we have Saul start to cry. Robin too. Yee-ha-ha, I love that expression on your face, Nico Robin. And Summers makes it back up and traps her. Stop it, Robin, run, get out of here. Yeah. And his arm gets sliced off. Huh? What the? It's not regenerating? Long time no see. Scapper goodbye. Okay, this is crazy. And he gets sliced. He's here, chapter 1148, and incredible ending. I wonder if it not regenerating is a permanent thing. I would assume it not regenerating might mean that it was cut off using Haki. So they're, well, then again, they were regenerating, like the Gorosei were regenerating from Luffy's attacks, and he would have been using Haki. So maybe it's not that. Maybe it's something special with Scopper. At first I thought it was just Haki, but then we've seen Haki users fighting against the Gorosei last arc. So maybe it's just the strength of his Haki is stronger than the strength of the regeneration. Or maybe it's Scopper's own ability. But that's really cool. So Scopper and Robin both ran off, and they both ended up with Summers. So they're both with Summers. We have Kiringam, who I thought was like actually at the school, who you would think he could have set it on fire. I mean, I know it's important that they're not just trying to burn the place, they're trying to make Elbaf burn the place themselves to bend the knee, like the giants were saying. But yeah, so if both of them went here after Summers, neither of them are where Gunko or Killingham are. Either way, that was an insanely good chapter. I even teared up. That was amazing. That was so good. Okay, amazing chapter. Anything else on the big board? I don't really know that there will be. No silhouetted character. I feel like we know everybody that we've seen. No bounty reveals or anything like that. Don't believe we've seen an awakening that I can think of, or a flashback. I don't even think we saw any of the MoMA. I'll scroll back up really quick as I go to the next chapter, but I really think, yeah, I really think this is it. I mean, there are some, like, named attacks, some spots that some of you might have gotten that I didn't get, but I just think, despite the fact that we're reading 2 chapters, I think I got the, like, most unlucky card possible. The only thing that I might be missing is maybe food up at the top if it was in the cover story, like if Yamato was eating. No, Yamato just has a hat. Yeah, none of them are eating, so no food. I guess let's go read 1149, see if we get anything. And this one gives us a jump cover and a color spread. So jump cover really mainly focusing on Luffy, Sanji, and Chopper. Usually, like, Luffy will be there, but, like, there's a lot of other characters from other series, but this is a really hard One Piece focused one. And then our color spread this time, something about Netflix and the anime, coming back with the Egghead arc and everything. And then we have Botakuri Maid Cafe. Okay, and we have Bonnie and Lilith with them. I mean, Bonnie and Lilith are still around, but also, you know, they're the people who came with us after Egghead and everything. So we're doing that there. And I feel like we have the cat here with the metal bands and the sheep. I think maybe that's supposed to represent the Sunny and the Mary. Okay, neat. Just looking at the Japanese along the sides. And then R.I.P. on... Hold on. R.I.P. who? R.I.P. on the thing that Bonnie is holding. Okay. And this... I mean, do we count food? Do color spreads count? It's a little bit of a stretch. Boy, yeah. What? And then chapter 1149, 1 second. Who is that? The Pirate King's left hand emerges from nowhere. Also, I got so distracted by the fact that his hand got cut off and stuff, I forgot to even bring up the fact that Scopper was recognized by him. And he said, long time no see and everything. Which is crazy in itself. I guess, too, this could tie back into God Valley stuff. Also, I'm noticing immediately from like these first few panels that the art once again looks a little, at least to me, maybe it's just the scan quality or something. To me, I don't know though, because usually I've spent a lot of time using panels to make thumbnails and everything, so I feel like my eye has gotten pretty used to One Piece art over the past 10 years. It feels a little bit more unpolished than usual, again. Yeah, why did that work? What did you do? I'm rusty. Briar Barrier. And he's able to block an attack. Mountain Eater. Why are you an Elbaf? Nothing wrong with a serious talk, right? Nuh-uh. Huh? You met him at the castle. And then they start using their weapons to clash with each other. Yeah, Luffy and Zoro were totally overwhelmed by him. He's the father of Clone, the kid we met at the school. That old guy? Unless I misheard, he said he's Scopper Gaban. Whoa, he's equal to Rayleigh. He's the left hand of the Pirate King. That sort of person's in the land of giants? The attacks are really having an impact. How come? And Chopper's trying to figure it out too. And again, this could be good. Chopper still hasn't shown himself. That could be important. I can't budge, but I can use my powers to assist you, says Robin. Stop it, Robin. His iron thorns are a terrible matchup for your hand-to-hand combat style. Then Thorn Rush. And Hell of the Crimson Lotus. And that's a very cool attack coming in. There isn't even a square inch for you to stand on. I'm in a hurry, you know. And he starts slicing through the vines. Come. Futenraku. And he slices through Summers' weapon and the upper half of his torso. This may be a play on words of Etenraku, referring to a music composition for Japanese nobles. Whoops, that was close. And he spins to try to avoid landing on the thorns. Wait up, Cologne. And is he just going to rush over to where the kids are? Just slice through Summers and keep going? Huh? He took him out. And now we have Chopper transform. Chopper, where are you going? Ouch, it hurts. How was he able to cut someone who's immortal? This could be critical information. Okay, see? Chopper actually doing something. It seems like it's been forever since Chopper actually did something. And we have Chopper in like an actual good form. It's so rare to see him out of base form. Except for when he's in stupid ass, awful Kung Fu Point form. And now we're seeing some of the kids left at the school that are still asleep there. Alright, well done. And we see Killingham. And the school's up in flames. This should be good. I understand you did all that you can. That's enough. As for over there, I'll deal with that. And Kiringam pulls out a bow and aims for the library. Ah. Wahaha. Now it's really burning. The library. And it's all the books that were saved from Ohara. It's not your fault, Chief Jarul. The words of our ancestors are history itself. This is Kinningham. Ignition is complete. Withdraw, child. Is it so hard to show a little joy? I'm sorry. I'm super sorry for being alive. It's all my fault that everything's burning. Stop it, Ronja. Honestly, I think they should have, now Ronja's gonna feel bad for the rest of her life. I feel like they should have honored Ronja's wishes, then she wouldn't feel bad. She would have got what, she asked them to do. They should have listened to her, and I feel like somebody would have saved her anyway. There's no way in One Piece I believe the child is falling from the tree and nobody just ends up grabbing them. So, I was never super duper worried for her health. But, yeah, Stop it, Ronja. I'm sorry. That's not true, Ronja. Culture, history, children, even military might. You lot have no right to take that away. The Pirate King's crew. Do you know, you do know resisting means the hostages will die, right? Hey, it's Yasan. Cologne, Yasan's here. He's come to rescue us. Don't give it away, Cologne. Dad! That's my dad, everybody, immediately. My dad's stronger than everybody else's. He'll save everybody. And Gunko looks over. And he asks to try to intercept her now. Get off me. Off you, if you insist. Challenging me means only one thing. This is my last chance. If I act now, the fires can be put out. The kids can be rescued and Elbaf will be saved. It'll have to be done in an instant. Clone, just give me 1 second. Hold on. You're a strong kid. Got it, Dad. I'm a warrior. Please defeat her. Just bear with the wounds for now. I'll save you. A life taken cannot be returned. Clone. He's our child, Yasan. He's such a big cutie. Thanks for giving him life, Ripley. This is a treasure of a lifetime. Clone, please be okay. And he gets stabbed in the neck. If I can't stop her here, this tragedy will worsen. And it stabs through his neck. I can take it. Clone? And he drops his axes. Please stop. Man. And I don't think it actually goes through. I think it's that he, like we see the little spark there, I think he saw the future sight of Cologne being fully stabbed through the neck. He drops the axes. I give up. I'm sorry, Elbaf. Such a weak being. And Gunko fires arrows through him. I'm sorry, Cologne. It must have hurt real bad. Sorry. Huh? Dad? And he screams for him as he falls off the side of the branch. And then, so, we have Chopper here. Chopper could go down. It's like two options here. We get Chopper versus Gunko, which that's originally what I was going to say, and that'd be very cool. But now that I think about it for longer than half a second, Chopper will probably jump down to save Scopper, patch him up because he's a doctor, and then get the information on how to stop their immortality from Scopper. Daddy? Yeah, son. And then we have Father. We have the screaming in Gunko's mind. What is this memory? Yo, hold on a second. You see, my dream is to be a pirate. We learned that Brooke was from quote-unquote a certain country. Is the quote-unquote certain country going to be God Valley even? And how are we going to explain any of this with Brooke? They really do look alike. We gotta think of an escape plan. I'm just trying to think of how. And then, my apologies. Brooke? Is that you, Brooke? And since she's saying Brooke and running off, I guess maybe if Gunko is a daughter, maybe an adopted daughter situation, like we've seen at least like 2 times already in One Piece. The same sort of pirate father and adoptive daughter situation. We've seen it a few times, actually, at least twice, if not 3 times. What is with all this commotion? The Great Emu. Or I guess they're probably just translating Imu-sama as Great Emu, sort of like they do with Rimuru-sama to Great Rimuru. The Holy Land is currently in a sea of flames. What is with this person? Her face got all scary. Thou seem to require additional military force. And then Mu will show thee the dominion of God. And this is interesting. Now both of Gunko's eyes have changed. God's Advent. So are we actually going to see a bit? Like, we could next week see a bit of what Imu can do. That's insane. We could see a bit of what Imu can do. We have hints at a Gunko and Brooke past. And it looks like Gunko's hair has even grown out during this transformation. And I'm wondering, were they an adopted child of Brooke, a real child of Brooke? My personal theory was that because Gunko was the only God Knight, that we hadn't got a family name from. Like, they were like Kiringam of the Rimushifu family, Shamrock of the Figureland family, and Summers of the Shepherd family. I thought we were eventually going to get the reveal that Gunko was from the Nerona family, since we learned that Nerona was Imu's family. So I'm wondering, will we get that? And that's how Emu is doing this? I am so interested because, again, this late in the game, of all the times when people were theorizing, oh, we'll get the country that Brooke is from, oh, we'll get more Brooke backstory here, of all the times that I was buying into that I was like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense, we might get that. Of all the times, I did not expect this to be the one when it actually happens. Another insanely good chapter, though. I honestly think I prefer last chapter. I think last chapter just killed it for me, but this chapter was incredible too. Like, the fighting at the beginning was very good. Going into the fighting and stuff with Scopper and Gumko, which was again very good. I love how serious the threat of the God Knights have seemed so far. Then again, we do have the monster trio and Loki and Hyradine's crew out of the picture thus far. But seeing what a threat they are has been really good. The flashback there with the baby Cologne is good. Cologne being so tough, being like, I'll let her stab me through the neck. I'm a warrior. You can do this. Just trusting his dad like that. And then, reasonable. I'm just like, let him get stabbed through the neck. Somebody, we have doctors. Chopper's following you. Chopper will patch him right up. He'll be fine. If you can take out Gunko in one swing or whatever. But you have to respect him as well, being like, after everything he's gone through, that's his son. He's like, I can't do it, because he actually sees it happening with future sight. And it's different from thinking, oh, this will be the consequences of my actions, and literally seeing the consequences of your actions in future sight, and those consequences being the potential death of your child, and then being like, okay, never mind. Never mind, I'm not up for these consequences. But like I said, Chopper was chasing after him. We know that Chopper mentioned, he's like, how can he do this? This could be big information. So having Chopper follow him is important, because he's the doctor. He's the perfect one to save him and then get the information after patching him up. And then at the ending's very good, but has me very confused on what they're going to do with Brooke. I think it can be extremely good and add an insane amount to Brooke's character, or it could be it could be a little bit of a jumping the Jimbei. They could be jumping the shark a little bit here. But we'll have to wait and see. Next chapter, though, the amount of things set up is incredible, which makes me fear that next chapter we're going to do like all this time. I was excited to see the Loki backstory, and then we're like, yeah, let's cut away from that for a while. So now when we go back to it, I'm going to be like, yeah, I want to see this, but I hate cutting away from the Gunko stuff. But that's kind of what I'm fearing here, is now I'm like, oh my gosh, I really want to learn more about the Gunko backstory and what Emu can do. But now we'll probably cut away from that back to the Loki stuff. I'm excited either way, though. This was very, very good stuff. I guess there's no way I got a bingo, which is insane, by the way. We did see, I guess we've seen a silhouetted character. Kid Pirates is screwing us up there. I don't even think we saw any of the Muma that I remember. I do think there was food in there somewhere. There was in the, you can click it if you want to. It was in the color spread. That's not really going to help us. I mean, technically, Luffy was also in the cover spread. But again, whether you want to count that or not is such a stretch. And we also had flashbacks during, we had flashbacks to the babyhood of Cologne. I think that's it, though. So yeah, I just had terrible luck on the bingo board. And we had Devil Fruit Awakening from Killing Com. So if you got anything, good for you, but I had some rough luck of it this time. Even with 2 chapters, I had rough luck. But either way, gonna end things here. Thank you for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of these chapters, my thoughts and reaction and all of that. How did you do on bingo? Did you get a little bit more lucky than I did? Like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitter if you want. If you're linked to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. If you'd like to help support the channel by sharing around or, dropping a super thanks, it's very much appreciated. If you want to help support the channel by being a patron or channel member, you can get these One Piece videos early and get your name at the end of videos. You can just hit join down below to become a member, or go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or link will be in the description to become a patron. Thank you to patrons and members, chosen regulars Evan Hawley and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls, FRNono, JA, and DD Band, Cheverton students, David Linkstaff and Folded Ghoul, Slayer candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Elements, Pate Ardale, and Elsa the Storyteller. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you all next time.